Hey, thank you for tuning in to Soapbox Daily and episode 84. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Morgan, and sorry I'm a little late today. A little running behind, had some family responsibilities, family errands to run around and do today. Took the day off. One of them was, of course, driving for medical appointments. The other was, of course, Costco. Tried to do some returns. I had a very super efficient guy at the cash. Really great stuff. And then the running around in a crowded store at 10 a.m. in the morning. For some reason, everybody goes to Costco first thing in the morning to get their stuff. So that's where I was running around today. So I am a little late. Do apologize. Thank you very much for holding in there and waiting anxiously for today's episode. So episode 84 of Soapbox Daily. Today, this was inspired actually by a series of people, but I think what the trigger was today was this guy that was in line at the cash. So that I owe it all to that individual, which kind of set the path for today's episode. Today, our topic is just like putting lipstick on a pig. Yeah, that is today's topic. I know you're anxiously waiting, but that is what we're discussing today, just like putting lipstick on a pig. Hey, with that being said, how is your integrity? How's your integrity been this week? Have you been the positive change that the world needs? Are you setting the positive example? Are you doing the right thing? And are you influencing others to do the right thing as well? Because, we're in this together, folks, and the only way we're going to make this world a better place is if we all work together and we've all correct our ways. We all do the right thing to make the world a better place. So inspire yourself, inspire others. Let's get the ball rolling. And also, please check out getoffmysoapbox.com for more information on all our shows. So let's get into today's topic, just like putting lipstick on a pig. And I'll get into the definition and explanation of it before I actually get into, of course, the situations which I've witnessed and been part of. The phrase to put lipstick on a pig means making superficial or cosmetic changes to a product in a futile effort to disguise its fundamental failings. This is true. So basically what it's saying is that don't judge a book by its cover, because as much as it might look beautiful, all made up, really, it's ugly underneath. It's just lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig. No matter how you look at it, you could dress it up, fancy it up, everything else. It's still a pig. And I'm pretty sure some of you could probably relate to this, where you would see an individual all dressed up, designer clothes, smelling nice, hair done, manicured, blah, 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 blah. And they're still a pig. In other words, not that they're ugly. Now, let's just clarify this. It's not that they're ugly in the superficial appearance type way, because that's where everybody gets confused, right? Doesn't mean they're ugly. Doesn't mean they're not attractive on the visual scale of what media and fashion and everything else deem as being attractive. No, what we're discussing here is a pig as in lack of character, lack of morals, lack of good judgment, lack of kindness, lack of empathy, lack of being a good person. It doesn't matter how you dress up somebody. If you have no manners, if you have no character, if you have no concern for others, if you have no empathy for others, if you are uncaring, unkind, or selfish, or are self-absorbed, arrogant, that makes you a pig. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much you dress yourself up. A pig is a pig is a pig. So I know we've all seen this. I know we've met that individual that head to toe, just completely done over, designer clothes, looking great and everything else. And I've seen a lot of examples of this on different levels. Like, for instance, there was and I dare call him a gentleman. I'll just call him a male, because he doesn't deserve the term of gentleman, because no manners and no politeness. But a simple gesture of opening the door or holding the door open for somebody. What makes it extra worse about this individual? Yes, they dressed nice, looked nice and groomed and everything else. What makes it worse, though, is that they had kids. They were a parent, and they're giving a bad example to their kids. They're not showing their kids that, you should have manners. You should thank people if they hold the door open for you. You should have that level of character. You should be a good person with a sense of honor. Individually, okay, you're just an asshole. That's it. You're just an asshole. You weren't raised right. You have no manners. You have no character. You have no class. That's fine. But now it's one step further. Now you're setting a bad example, and you're teaching the next generation your bad habits. You're teaching the next generation to be an asshole like you. That's not good. That's not good at all, because you're going to that vicious cycle is not going to end. It's not going to break, and you're not helping the world by doing that. You're making it worse. So keep that in mind, especially if you're a parent. What you do, your examples, the younger I see. They lead by example. They see you doing or not doing something, they're going to do the same thing. Which brings us, of course, to another recent case, which is the Costco story. And this will be wrapping it up for today. Our Costco story was this. So I get into line, got my cart and everything else. And there's a guy in front of me, well-groomed, shaven, stylish, blah, 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 blah. Couldn't care less about anybody else. He was too busy peacocking, too busy looking pretty as he feels. The standard gesture where it's only polite, that little bar on the conveyor belt to separate your stuff from somebody else's. Couldn't be bothered. Like, he was so much more important. He couldn't take the time to separate that, and furthermore, it gets in my way. And furthermore, just lack of class. I mean, I just looked at him head to toe and I'm like, wow, you truly are lipstick on a pig. You're dressed nicely, you're well groomed, and you're trying to look all stylish and GQ and everything else. But your lack of class, your lack of character, lack of manners, your lack of politeness or empathy for anybody else erases all that. Forget about it. How you look, your actions, your mannerisms, that's what speaks volumes. Otherwise, you're just a mannequin in a store window. Your personality, you have no personality, you have no class, you have no manners. Don't be the pig that you put the lipstick on. All right, learn some class, learn some manners. Walk the walk, talk the talk, but follow it through all the way through. I mean, there's one thing to partially get the whole look down pat and people to admire you at a certain level because of the way you look appearance wise and dress wise and the car you drive and all that. But you know what speaks more volume? Your mannerisms, your manners, your politeness, your sense of honor, your sense of empathy, your sense of caring and consideration and kindness towards other people. That says more, because the person that dressed like a bum in t-shirt and jogging pants like myself, oh well, but I was raised right. My mother made sure I had manners, and I use them even to this day. And I influence my kid to have manners because that makes you honorable, makes you a good person, and yeah, you'll never be the pig. Dress up, dress down. That says so much more about you, the way you treat other people, and your actions in the whole is what matters more. So, lipstick on a pig. That's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for holding in there. And I apologize again for being a little late. I'm your host, Matt Morgan. Please keep your integrity in check. We can only do it if we all work together. And I will see you next episode.